Let me tell you about Shelley. She's a city councillor for Ward 33, John Valley East, since 2003, where she's been a resident since 1967. She has built a reputation for being committed to creating a more economically sustainable and environmentally friendly city. Next to her, we have Norm Kelly. He's a city councillor for Ward 40, Scarborough Asian Court since 1997, and is a member of the Executive Committee and chairs the Parks and Environment Committee. He also chaired city planning, served on 2 TTC commissions, sat on the Toronto Services Board, and also sat on Measurements Board. Next to him we have Enzo, I'm going to mess this up, Di Matteo. And Enzo is the Associate News Editor at Now Magazine. He regularly appears on talk radio as a commentator on local politics and is known for his raw reporting style and his willingness to speak out on important issues. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have each one of you kind of state your position on underground versus above ground transit, and I'll give you 3 minutes. And we have, who's timing? Alina here will be timing, and she's going to scream and stand up and down after 3 minutes, and they'll probably cut your mic. So we've got a short time period, and we've got to pass everything in. So Shelley, do you want to start?
Turn it on. Well, I'll be short because I think it's really the exchange that people are here for. But I will just say this: it really is a decision tomorrow about above ground versus underground transit for the suburbs. We really are having a discussion about the inner suburbs, and really I'm excited about that debate because it's really the first time that we've had to take all of the 44 councillors and really get them to focus on a major planning matter specifically for the inner suburbs. We're talking about those people that ride that transit system every day, sometimes not by choice, but because that is their mode of transportation. And so what's before us tomorrow, and really what's before this council in the coming years, is how do we engage those people in the city in the way they travel through it, in the way they get from their living space to employment space, and how we develop those spaces going forward. By going with that affordable option, but more importantly, the option that's faster to build, we can move in waves and create grids. And if you're not thinking about the whole grid, you haven't built a system.
Thank you. On your market.
Can you hear me? Well, first of all, good evening. I'm in this building for the first time, and I'm looking forward to the debate with the panel this evening. Now, fast forwarding to today, I look at this issue through 3 lenses, and I'll try and talk as rapidly and as clearly as possible. The first is, does the option respond adequately to the most important challenge that we face to Toronto's economy today, and that's congestion? And when I look at all the evidence, the answer to me clearly is subways. Number 2, we are in the fastest growing urban region in North America, and the city planners told me as the chair of the planning department that before we reach mid-century, the Greater Toronto area will be the 3rd largest urban region in North America. Only New York and LA in front of us. Now that's an exciting, there's exciting potential there. You're kidding. And I will elaborate on that thesis, but at its core is the city of Toronto. We have to seize the opportunity to be the vibrant core of this thriving urban region. And to do that, and this is based on my experience in Madrid City a couple of years ago, you must have subways.
Thank you. Enzo, start now.
I guess where I start the discussion around subways versus LRTs is what's currently happening on Shepherd East, which is for the purposes of this discussion we're talking about tonight, I think. I think the expert panel's report is quite clear that the LRT option on Shepherd East is the better option. That's not to say that subways can't fit into a multimodal city like Toronto. Obviously we can. Obviously there are sections of the city where a subway might work, like the downtown relief line. I think is a discussion that we'll be having. We need jobs for people to go to make subways financially viable. If we don't have those jobs, we're just kidding ourselves if we think people who live in those new condos are going to actually get out of their cars. Whereas light rail, you have the access on the street. People who do take their cars might in fact be more likely to leave them at home and actually get on the light rail to, whatever, to.
Thank you.
All right.
What we'll do is, John will start with